Yo, Wagwan people. Welcome back to the Hotspur Cave. We're live. Happy Tuesday. I hope you're well. I hope you hugged your mother this morning and told her you love her and all of them things. I'm joined by the one and only Max. We're here. We've got some footy talk today. We've got a little bit to get through because for once, we're not going to talk about my shit club. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to talk about my shit club. We're just going to talk about footy in general. You get it? So, obviously, as you lot know, you get me. This weekend, in a bit, mother. This weekend was a bit. It's been a busy weekend for football. You got Ipswich pulling off the mad thing against Chelsea. It's coming like Ipswich are Chelsea's bogey team now. All of a sudden, don't know what's going on over there. You know what I'm saying? Man City obviously doing Man City things, going 2-0 down to Palace, and then Omar Marmoush, that gunman, and KDB showing us why he's rated so highly. You get me? Obviously, Wolves turning us over. And then the comeback for Liverpool, you know, Arsenal bottling it to Brentford as well. There's a lot of results this weekend. But before all of that, Mike, what are you saying, man? How you doing, bro?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing all right. Good to be back on, man. Good to be back on. Yeah, it's a bit of a mad one, football, man. I kind of just want the season to end, not even just from my perspective, but from a neutral perspective. I ain't trying to watch anything. Football's dead. Not gonna lie. So I'm just trying to enjoy my life outside of it, to be honest.
Yeah, man. It feels like this season's gone on for like a year. Like it feels like we've just been watching this season for so long, bro. And I'm like, yo, just end the season and bring on summer so I can watch something else. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? Because I can't do it. Big up Elijah for the raid as well, man. Big up E for the raid. We got too much of E-raid up in the building, you know what I'm saying? Big up E. Make sure you guys are subbing to Mike's as well. Everyone that joined over, the 17 people in there right now, 17 likes minimum, and 17 people can go over and sub to Mike. So make sure you go and sub to Mike's. But where should we start? I kind of want to start with the whole, I guess you could say, race for the Champions League, innit? Because if you look at Villa are what, in 7th, right? I think there's 3 points between 7th and 4th. So you got Villa, Newcastle, Chelsea, and City. All 4 of those teams going for that top 4 rate. I mean, I think it's fair to say you would argue that Nottingham Forest have probably made Champions League football already. Like that's confirmed. But bro, we'll start with City. What did you get to watch the game by any chance?
Yeah, I watched the game. I actually thought Palace would win, to be honest, just because of their away form and just with the way they're playing, and just when it comes to that City lineup, I was like, I've seen too many midfielders. I was like, why is he trying that same lineup with Marmoush being the only one with pace, the only one that can run in behind? Like, I don't rate Doku. Listen, Savinho's still settling in, but at least play one of them, so you don't have to keep like playing players where you're going to have to allow yourself to only play narrow on the pitch all the time. So I was like, Palace have got something for them. We've seen what City are like this season. They can get run over, hit on the counter a lot more than usual. But De Bruyne decided to turn into Vin. Oh, fuck's sake, man. Fuck's sake. I've had this all week, bruv. But yeah. Big up to the people that follow me on TikTok. I went viral for looking like Fabianski.
I saw that. I was creasing, bro.
Bruv. I never thought I'd see a comment with 100 likes saying, okay, Fabianski. Like, seriously, man. Seriously. Like, I look like a 40-year-old. That's brilliant. But, yeah, with Man City, I just think that they were going to get hit on the counter a lot more. But De Bruyne decided to turn into vintage De Bruyne as soon as they got hit 2-0 down. Like, straight away, as soon as they got 2-0 down, De Bruyne was like, I'm just going to turn up. Fuck it. I'm just going to turn up. And, bro, even Nico O'Reilly was turning up with goals. They were like, we're not losing another game at home. I feel like with Man City, they're now on a thing of like, okay, they're not the greatest, but they'll pull themselves up a little bit further when they can get into the top 5. It's basically a top 5 because the top 2 countries get like an extra coefficient team. I think they'll get in the top 5. I think Newcastle will be fine because they're on form right now. You never know in Newcastle. They're a bit wishy-washy, but usually someone made a good point. After a trophy, some teams usually fall off. They seem to turn up. they've gone up. And
yeah, that feel good factor there's something in the water over in Newcastle right now because the way they're putting teams to bed is kind of nasty. Do you know, it's kind of scary. But what I got from that City game is it is the end of an era for Man City. Unfortunately, I thought like, oh nah, they'll be back next season. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. But looking at it now, I think this is their rebuild phase. I think we might see.
definitely.
I think we might see 2 or 3 seasons without them. Not necessarily not challenging, but without them, you know what I'm saying, walking the title. It's definitely, yeah, man. It's definitely opened up the league. But then would you argue that the Prem this season's been so shit in terms of just watching football? Like from a viewing perspective, it's been so terrible to watch.
Yeah.
Like it's been awful.
Do you know what I think? Yeah, they'll not walk the league again, but they still have a fantastic chance of winning it again next season. Just because if they sign like 2 more players, like they need more. Don't get me wrong, they need like 5. But if they sign like another defender, like not even another defender, they got Kusanov and Vitor Reese that might be integrated. But like if they sign another fullback, like a left back and a right back, or another winger in addition to what they have, and maybe another 8, then they've definitely won the league because they've got enough depth in certain situations where they can make do with certain players because their new signings will inject a bit of like pace or a bit of energy or they need to lower the age of their squad a little bit more because they've got the experience already. They just need to get rid of the washed experience people that have run their course. Yeah. I feel like they'll still be favourites next season just because with Liverpool, Trent's gone. They don't spend money. Arsenal are Arsenal. And no one else is challenging. So it kind of says all of, like, as you said, though, they won't run away with it. You're never going to see like a 15-point gap between anyone anymore. I feel like it's going to be so close next season, but it's still ain't going to be enjoyable to watch. It's just going to be enjoyable in terms of, oh, this team might win it this week and this team might win it this week. I think Arsenal will fall off, and I think Liverpool and City will go for the league. That's just my opinion, though.
Do you? I guess that kind of, because obviously look, there weren't really much going on in that City game. It was kind of once City got the second, once City equalised, I think we all knew where it was going. Like we all knew City were just gonna turn it up and absolutely kill Palace because they absolutely destroyed Palace. But what I will say, and big up the chat as well, there's so much beef in this fan base. Yeah, I know our fans are at war with each other right now, mate. So I don't know if you've been seeing it, but our fans currently are at war. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, people don't forget to like and sub to the channel. Do you know what I'm saying? Mike's link is in the title as well. I want to talk about Chelsea. I do want to talk about Chelsea because you know what, yeah? And I think there's a massive, massive chance, bro, of Chelsea just completely missing out on Champions League football. Genuinely speaking, because I don't know what's going wrong at Chelsea at the moment. I don't know what's going wrong. Something's not clicking. The players don't look like they're playing for the manager. Do you know what I'm saying? Maresca looks clueless. He looks absolutely clueless. Bro, what have you made of Chelsea's season so far?
I'll be honest, yeah, because I watched the Championship. So I watched Maresca at Leicester last season. When he got hired at Chelsea, he's kind of doing everything I thought he would do. Because if people watch the Championship, they nearly blazed the Championship. And then in the second half of the season, they nearly fucking bottled the whole thing. They were losing to Plymouth, who were nearly like bottom, and they survived relegation and stuff. And they were getting run over by certain teams away that like just hit people on the counter all the time and just sit back. That's something Maresca struggles with. And he showed that at Chelsea, he doesn't know how to coach a different way. And to be honest, he's kind of a product of mediocre modern day coaches where your system is your system. But let's say someone else has a different game plan for you. You're not ever going to adjust because you're that stubborn. He's another one of them. I've had many discussions with people when it comes to modern day coaches. Yeah, I was talking about this on Savage channel yesterday. You know when like we used to watch football, someone's chasing a game, they'll sub an extra striker on, they'll tweak, they won't like forget the system that they have, they'll change it because they're chasing the game. But they don't do that anymore. What they do is like for like subs. I'll sub off a winger for a winger. I'll sub off a centre mid for a centre mid. I'm seeing people sub off centre backs for centre backs now, even when they're not injured. Just for bants, just for laughs, just for vibes. Like, I don't like this. But with Chelsea, I was confused at first of like why Chelsea fans were such an uproar about the top 4 and the top 5. But then they were saying that was the game where we thought we were going to win, like by a long shot. And then we look at our other fixtures and they're tough. They've still got Forest on the last day of the season, by the way. They've got Newcastle away and they've got Liverpool at home, which their only hope with that is that Liverpool have already won the league. They might get something. Even if you get a draw, that's not enough in the top 4. Like, top 4 teams are meant to be inconsistent. The top 4 race is always inconsistent. Not this inconsistent, because it's so inconsistent that there's an extra 4 teams in this whole race. Like, Fulham could have been in that race yesterday if they didn't lose against Bournemouth. That's how bad this league is. So now I understand why Chelsea fans are so upset, because I've never seen Chelsea fans go this long without a major trophy and this long without Champions League football. They're now turning into kind of like a modern day Arsenal when they wanted more than just top 4, so they wanted Wenger out. But then when Wenger went, it was like, okay, at least get top 4. And then the whole acceptance thing is we need top 4, and top 4 is now a trophy. That's what's I'm kind of seeing that with Chelsea's fan base. I know a lot of them have still got that mindset of we need to win a league, we need to win a major honour. But a lot of them are just like, give me top 4 and I'll be happy. And I understand that with the manager's first season, don't get me wrong, but their owners have set them so far back that them taking baby steps, they're going to run impatient regardless. They're going to go into an endless cycle, because once they start getting, even if their next manager or this manager gets top 4 next season, they're not going to be happy because they've waited so long without a title challenge. I don't care. I don't like Chelsea, as Eli said. I don't like Chelsea either.
Yeah, neither do I.
I don't care. I was born to hate them. Very born to hate them. But if I'm looking at it on the surface, you're kind of like being half-hearted with your complaints, because I said this to when we were doing Capital Conflict with Lewis, unless you're protesting every single week, that protest against Southampton meant fuck all. Because people forget you're making noise for the moment. You won that game. I haven't seen Chelsea fans even with a glimmer of a protest ever since. I've not seen them give a fuck. I know some of their fans do care. I'm not saying that to only care you need to protest. But the only way you can make a statement is by keeping it consistent. And to be honest, we're seeing it with the top 4 race now. They're kind of falling behind Newcastle, Forest and City. So then to perform how you did in the first half of the season, to not buy anyone in January, and then to fall off in the way you did in the second half of the season, that's a big indictment on everyone involved, whether it's the players, manager, recruitment team, and owners. Everyone involved is so accountable for this.
Another quiet day on YouTube then. Yeah, there's never a quiet day on YouTube, man. Big up Sam as always, bro. But yeah, I agree. I don't think Maresca is necessarily a bad coach. I just think he's an inexperienced coach. And I think it's starting to show. We can see it starting to show. Like John says, picking the same 11 week in, week out until you can't use it, like burning Jackson into the ground, Palmer into the ground, not using them correctly. Unfortunately, these are the things that happen. Your results start to fade away. And he is a bit like Ange in terms of the way he plays football. Very one-directional, very basic, one style of footballish. You know what I'm saying? And as a football fan, especially someone who has that type of manager at my football club, I completely understand the frustration. And I was one of them ones where I couldn't really understand why Chelsea fans hated Maresca so much. Now I'm starting to see it. After seeing how Ipswich carved them lot open, Ipswich genuinely could have walked away with that game with 3 points. Genuinely speaking.
Bro, they came up against one of the worst players in the Premier League, Ben Johnson. One of the worst players to grace the Premier League. The reason why I'm saying that is because he played at my club. And our fans were talking about, but he's faster than Soufal. He should be starting. I'm faster than Soufal. I'm not a professional footballer. Everyone in this chat is faster than Soufal. I can't even see some of your faces. I know you're faster than Soufal. That's not an excuse. Ben Johnson is one of the worst players I've ever seen at my club, and I support West Ham. I know what shit looks like. That guy is shit. I don't care if you're Ledley King's cousin. That doesn't mean you can be good at football. I don't care if you're related to Paul Parker. That doesn't mean you're going to be good at football. And he played against Chelsea. And when I saw the lineup for Ipswich, I was like, I literally tweeted this. Chelsea have won the game. Ben Johnson started. He scored and assisted in that game. You let Ben Johnson score and assist against you. Bro, I can't lie. The Mike's curse is unreal. If you follow me on Twitter, you know about the Mike's curse, bro. I'm unreal when it comes to that shit. Like I can't believe like when I saw a comp today of Neto. I don't know what's happened to that guy. Yeah, he took on Ben Johnson, beat him, and went back. So then the defender squared up to him again. Why do you wingers do this now? Where you've gone past, you've got the space, and then you go to the other side for no reason because you're like, nah, I don't want to cross it.
I
Like,
told you,
nah,
bro.
man.
Mike, I told you lot about the three-phase wingers, bro. You got some wingers that are two-phase wingers, one-phase wingers, and then you got three-phase wingers. Three-phase wingers are the wingers that we all know and love. The Yamals, the Doués, the Dembeles, you know what I'm saying? Barcolas. They can pick the ball up, first touch. Phase one, trap the ball dead. Phase two, get past their man. Phase three, get it into a dangerous area, put the ball in the back of the net. Neto is a phase 2 winger, bro. He can trap the ball. He can get past the guy. But then what does he do after that? What does he do after that? Now, that doesn't mean I don't want him at my football club because he's probably better than most of the wingers at my club.
Yeah.
But I get the frustration with Chelsea fans because it's the same reason why they're pissed at Sancho, who, by the way, scored an absolute peach.
Banger.
Absolute pearl of a goal, by the way. But I get it's the same thing with Sancho. He's very talented. The talent is there, but it's how you use it. How are you applying said talent? And I just think, because of Maresca and the way he sets his teams up and the way he's using some of these players, he's not allowing them to apply the talent that we all know they have, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Chelsea fans in the chat, I don't know if what I'm saying, if you lot will agree with me, but that's just how I see it when I look at Enzo Maresca. I think maybe the Chelsea job might have just been a step up for him, a step too far. Do you know what I'm saying? It might have been a step too far. Maybe if he had gone to like a Brentford or a Palace even, you know what I'm saying? Or even a Fulham, for example, Bournemouth, Brighton. I think Maresca would suit Brighton perfectly.
He's literally the most Brighton manager ever.
He's the most Brighton manager you could ever think of. So, yeah man, that's just my personal take. Let me get some of these comments. Neto would definitely always be injured in Ange's system. He wouldn't play, bro. He just would not play at all. Big up, bro. Hope you're good. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like they know we're talking about Chelsea. All the Chelsea fans start spawning and that. You know what I'm saying? I'll drive Neto to Tottenham right now. You can have him.
Wow.
Oh, God. Oh, God. I'm all right, thanks. Neto can, but a damn... Oh, he can put a damn good cross in if that means anything. Yeah, but Chelsea don't have no one to get on the end of headers, bro. Which is another thing I've noticed. They don't have that. That's not Chelsea. That's not their style. Chelsea want to play through teams. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like sometimes they like to score the perfect goal. They don't have someone that they can put the ball on their head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel like with Sancho and Neto, that's why they do better with strikers. And Jackson's a really good player, but he's not a natural 9. He gives you so much. Don't get me wrong. Jackson gives you a lot. Like, Jackson's very disrespected, but he's not a striker, like a proper striker. He's not.
Nah, he's not. 100%. And his system he'll be dead by Friday morning. Facts, bro. Them hamstrings gonna be looking like Swiss cheese. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have them Swiss cheese hamstrings, bro. It's dark out here. Big up, David. He says, big up, Jeremiah. Big up, bro. David. I don't know why I said David. Do you know what I'm saying? Put a bit of spice on that. You know what I mean? Put a bit of spice. Neto is brain dead. Nothing goes inside that. It's true, man. Some of these wingers, that's exactly like Garnacho. Like, he's just a spicy Garnacho. Call me crazy, but I'll take Neto all day over our wingers. They can take Brennan Johnson. Well, to be fair, Johnson's got more goals than him, so just uncomfortable conversations, isn't it? That's another thing we don't have, a box dominant striker, which is the next thing we're going to talk about. Yeah, we're going to talk about strikers, isn't it? And then we'll get onto the Champions League because I want to get onto that. Who's playing tonight, by the way? I know Bayern's playing. Is it Bayern and
Villa
Barca?
PSG.
Oh, Villa PSG. Oh, I'm watching that. I'm watching that still.
So am I. Yeah.
Take 3 wingers we have on loan for Neto. Oh, what? Solomon? What's that other guy? I don't even know who we got on loan, bro. We got so many people on loan, right?
Bernard Tell, innit? Or is it?
Oh yeah, Tell as well. Yeah, we got Tell out and Werner. Oh no. Oh Lord, no. The Neto talk right now is all because we don't have a physical striker in the box to connect to his crosses. Yeah, but also, if you have a brain and you know you don't have a striker in the box, just stop throwing crosses into the box. I said
That's what the
Brian
manager
Hill.
can tell them as well. Brian Hill.
Brian Hill. Chelsea fans, you lot want Brian Hill?
Looks like
You
the
guys
Beatles
want-
numbers, bruv.
Oh, he's cooking at Girona. He's cooking at Girona right now. You know what I'm saying? He's been cooking at Girona. Can't remember myself. Yeah. Let's get on to the striker problem though, yeah, because I think all of our clubs right now are having a massive problem in terms of strikers. I think in the Premier League, if you're not Chelsea, I'd even say Liverpool. If you're not, sorry, City or Liverpool, this whole striker thing is becoming a real problem now, man. And the reason I say that is because I'm starting to lose my patience with Dominic Solanke, right? I'm personally starting to lose my shit with this guy, innit? Because he does everything apart from score. I had a little peek back. I've seen Full Crew play a couple games to you. In my opinion, you man got sold a dream, innit? He don't look like the same Full Crew from that was playing in the World Cup, you know, or in the Euro, sorry.
So it is, for me...
What's going on, man?
For me, like, he's actually been decent, to be fair. Like, the reason why Fulcrook doesn't look that good is because we played him in, like, 30 minutes. Like, he's just come back from another injury, back-to-back injuries. Got injured, come back. On Potter's first ever game, he got injured. And then he's just come back, like, recently. He made an impact against Bournemouth. He actually made an impact against Liverpool as well. Like, we actually had a presence in the box. So I don't even think he's been bad. But the problem is, we're West Ham. If you want to ruin your life as a fan, a footballer, anything, just like big up to these Madueke, you know. That's why someone called you Tell earlier as well. That's crazy. There's just racism at this point, bro.
Yeah, they're just naming black players. I just look like every black player.
Yeah, bro. I don't look like Fabianski, but we move. But I'm the only one that agrees with myself. But that's the thing with like strikers and that, yeah. With Fulcrook, I don't think he's a bad player, but if you want to ruin your career, come to West Ham United and we'll find a way to ruin it. Like, everyone says, oh, this striker shit at West Ham. Look what happened to Skamaka and Haller when they weren't at West Ham. Skamaka won a Europa League with Atalanta, and Haller was balling out for Ajax and Dortmund. So there you go. West Ham are the problem because we don't know how to facilitate a striker. I'll be honest, yeah. Listen, Tottenham fans, don't kill me, yeah. I don't think Solanke's the answer, but I don't think Solanke's a massive problem. And the reason why I say that, I blame more your manager rather than Solanke himself. And the reason why I say that is because if you're an attacking manager and you have one way of attacking where your wingers are basically like, I'm only going to go around the outside and all that, and you're not putting the ball in the box for your striker, and you play an attacking system where the guy is constantly moving, trying to pin defenders, moving defenders away. I feel like your wingers are just fucking useless, not going to lie. I can't lie. I feel like your wingers are just useless because every time... Yeah,
big up Luke. Big up Spotlight on Spurs. You get me? There's one of our wingers there, mate. He's going to win player of the season.
But that's the thing. Like, Solanke, when he doesn't have the ball, yeah, let's say Brandon Johnson's running down, he's always making space for like the left winger. But the ball never fucking goes there because you lot don't know how to put a final ball in. And so when Solanke does get the ball, the defenders have already figured him out because they've already marked out the wingers. So what they need to do is press him. I don't think Solanke is a big problem, nor do I think he's worth the price tag. I feel like he actually probably left Bournemouth at the wrong time because you see what Bournemouth are missing is a Solanke because he suits that Iraola system so much because they actually give the ball to the striker. But that's the thing. They have Uwatara. They have Cliver. They have Semenyo, who people didn't rate before this season. I rated because I saw him in the championship at Bristol City. There's a difference. But Iraola knows how to get the ball to his strikers. And for some reason, even though you play attacking football, you have one way of doing it. So nobody actually gets the ball. You know when you're known as an attacking manager and your striker gets no service. That's what makes it even worse. And the problem is, the reason why there's such a like striker epidemic in the Premier League is because a lot of these clubs are trying the whole, but he's versatile nonsense where you can play across the front three. And then you realise, oh, do you know what we need? A striker. We don't have a proper number 9. We don't have a specialist. That's what Man United have struggled with in the past. They just buy nonsense. Like, listen, Xerxes gets a lot of shit. One of the only players that can actually control the ball. Hoyland is dog shit. Like, you're looking at the best strikers in the league and what Haaland and Isak and Chris Wood are in on form. Like,
Oh shit, I
like,
forgot about Newcastle. Yeah, Forest, Newcastle, and City are the only clubs that have like a secure number 9 that they look to. I mean, some would say João Pedro for Brighton. I'd say
he's not even really a striker like that.
He's not really a striker like that. He's more of like an inside forward, like a. Do you know
he's
what I'm saying?
9.5, bro. He's like a 9. He's not one of them ones.
Yeah,
you don't know if he's a 10 or a 9. You don't even if it's a 10 or a 9. He's just there. But he turns up still. He does turn up. Him and Russell, they do turn up, to be fair. Like, who else? Like, I don't even rate Watkins like that. But to be fair, Emery gets the best out of him because he turns him to run a certain way that gets the best out of his system. So that's why he goes up a level. I don't think he is like a Champions League striker, in my opinion. I do think Villa maybe should look at that. But at the same time, Emery gets the best out of him. You got to have a striker that is suited to which manager you have. That it's just as simple as that. Because certain managers get the best out of certain other strikers. And man said Sean Larson, peak.
So you've got Wolves fans trolling me now. I got Wolves fans in my chat trolling me. Big up Ryan, man. I got Wolves fans in my chat taking the piss out of me, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Look at this life. Big up, man. Big up, Ryan. How you doing, bro? I hope you're well. I hope your family is all good and that. Yeah, I agree, Mike. So, man, I agree. You're spot on. I think this whole, like I said, it's being coached out of players now from a young age. From a young age now, where it's just like, yo, you need to be good in more than one position. And that's why I said, I feel like Solanke is doing everything apart from what we bought him to do, which was sit in a box, get your head on the end of a cross. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Richarlison, if there's one thing I'll say about Richarlison, yeah, even though he's not been great, and George told me this stat the other day, yeah, or he's told me earlier on my show earlier, yeah, he said Richarlison has scored more goals in 2025 than Solanke.
What the fuck?
I said, wait, how is that? How? Because I was like, what, in the league? Can someone fact check that? Like, is that true? I never had time to fact check it. So chat, fact check that for me. Someone fact check that. But if that is true, yeah, if that's true, that's a disgrace. That's a disgrace, man. It's nasty. And I mean, if you look at Arsenal, yeah, even though Arsenal have got Moreno playing up front, if you actually watch them play, he's actually not really ever up front until the final phase of play. If you watch Arsenal build up, Moreno's in the midfield. It was the same with Kai Havertz.
But do you know what the difference is? They get the ball to him.
Yeah.
You guys don't really get the. Can you guys really name many chances where like Solanke should have scored, or Solanke missed a sitter? Can you?
Nah, not
exactly.
many.
You don't give the ball to him. That's why. Because everyone looks at the striker with like, I don't like the whole service excuse, but at the same time, sometimes it is what it is. Do you guys give the ball to him where he creates enough chances for himself?
But that's what I mean. Sometimes, yeah, as a striker, you need to take the initiative, Max. Do you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I just want to see players, and this is why we get so mad at Maddison. Because it's just like, fucking hell, just say, you know what? Fuck you, man. I'm going to do it myself, innit? Give me the fucking ball. Let me make something happen. Because you lot aren't doing shit. So let me be the one to make something happen. Sometimes I want to see that.
That's a modern day problem, though. These players are so fucking robotic and shit that we don't have players like that. Like,
I want to see some initiative, man.
Yeah, that's fair. And I just said that he does miss big chances. So, all right, fair enough.
Oh,
but at the same time, I don't think he's the worst of the problems you had. I still think with better wingers, you can get more Solanke. But to be fair, you guys watch it more than I do, so fair enough.
100%, man. Obviously, we got Europe this week. You know what I'm saying? Let me check some of these comments. Yeah, safe. Man said he hasn't scored since the 4th of Jan. That is nasty work. That is a nasty stat. Solanke hasn't scored since the 4th of Jan, and we lost that game as well. Jay is wrong. He misses big chances all the time. Yeah, but the chances he misses, I wouldn't even call them big chances. He's got a channel, he's anime. So I'm saying he might have to stop watching these football animes, man. Yeah, I think he's a bit clumsy. I just see something in it. I hear that. That's fair. Look, that's valid, isn't it? Let's get on to oh my gosh. Why is Jay always moaning? Even Mike doesn't moan, and he's a West Ham fan.
I do, to be fair.
Mike's hasn't lost 17 games this season.
We are 17th, so.
But yeah, that's the only thing in it. That's the only thing in it. But fucking, let's get on to Europe. Obviously, some big games coming up, man. Tonight, let's obviously talk about Villa PSG, man. What are your thoughts for Villa PSG, bro?
I think Villa nearly had it in their hands. They nearly had it in their hands in that first leg, but PSG scored right at the end. And I feel like that's fucked it so much for them to go into the second leg to do this big turnaround thing. Because realistically, you're not going to score 3 goals against PSG and keep a clean sheet. And even if they score, you're not going to score 5 over them, and you're not going to score 4 over them. So I feel like Villa slightly fucked it for me, in my opinion. I feel like, for me, they did actually defend quite well, apart from Matty Cash and Disasi. Whoever, like, every time they had a different right back, they would both perform like shit, and you can't perform like shit against them wingers. Credit to PSG where it's due. They did break them down quite well in certain parts, but unless they score right at the start, it's over for them. I know Villa are at home, Yasser, but at the same time, like, you got to score right at the start. They've got an even bigger challenge than Real Madrid do, bruv. Like, it's even worse. It's even worse, just with the way PSG are playing right now, and just with the way that, like, Aston Villa don't have the experience. They don't have the experience of winning in second. I know their manager does. And listen, they've got players to run it behind. They've got the midfielders. But I did feel like the approach was kind of the way I expected them to approach the game, especially in the first leg. However, Disasi, Matty Cash letting them down with the early yellow card, and then Disasi doing what he did when he came on at half-time, getting murked 1v1 constantly. That was a big problem for them. I don't know whether they registered that Garcia guy that they signed in January, but they need to play him. They need to play him because they can't play the other two. Otherwise, yeah, you completely fucked it. Like, they've got good players. They have a good chance of making Champions League, if not Europa League. And Unai Emery will win a trophy with Aston Villa, whether it's this season, next season, whenever he's staying, whenever he chooses to stay, for how long he wants to stay with them for. But he will win a trophy with them because he just has more know-how than most of the managers he actually comes up against for the bigger teams. Because you got to think about it, guys, yeah? You're kind of seeing it now with teams at Aston Villa's ilk. They're going for managers that are experienced, that are willing to take on a project that would usually go for a bigger club. However, with the bigger clubs, they're going for managers that are younger, inexperienced, and have usually been in other teams' academies. That's why they're doing some B-Tech Pep nonsense. The reason why managers are trying to do some formulaic B-Tech version of Pep style is literally because they've been in other teams' academies where they're told to play like that. Because as an academy team, you're kind of meant to play similar to how the first team plays anyway. So when you're a youth player, you get called up into the first team and you can be incorporated into the first team properly and you get to know their tactics. That's kind of what it is. So with Villa, with Unai Emery, they've gone for an ambitious coach there. But as much as they might not get anything now, they will get a trophy. They will end that trophy drop because he just has more know-how than other managers. And listen, if they turn it around today, it's one of the best Champions League comebacks I've seen.
Yeah, I agree. If Villa turn it around against PSG, I can't lie, I'll probably celebrate for them. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably be happy for them, bro. Because that is going to be a night they will never forget. Where is it? At Villa Park as well?
Yeah, Villa Park, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that place. Anyone who's been fortunate enough to go to Villa Park, you will know that place. When it gets noisy inside that ground, it gets proper noisy, man. So, yeah, not better than Ajax away. I hear that, Luke. I don't know. That's different, though, isn't it? That's different. Yeah, I don't think it would be better just because of you know what I'm saying, the hat trick. I'll be crying if they come back. The Wolves and Villa have a little rivalry.
It's not massive, I don't think, but I think
match for them?
Well, I think it's kind of like like if you're West Ham, you come up against like a Fulham, for example. You don't hate them, but it's like London, innit?
Yeah, it's a bit
So
like a
it's like
little
because
London rivalry.
Wolves mainly hate West Brom, Villa hate Birmingham, so it's a bit different.
Mm. Not gonna lie, the best atmosphere I felt away is Selhurst Park. Yeah, I have to agree with that as well. I have to agree with that.
Uh,
Last season, even though we smashed them 4-0 away from 4-0 or 4-1, I think it was. I think it was 4-1. Even though we smashed them away, yeah, that place was rocking. I was there. I got pushed onto the pitch. You know what I'm saying? I fell over the little stands because we decided to all push forward. Everyone does that in the away ends for some reason. Whenever you're
they got
celebrating.
they got the most overrated atmosphere in the Premier League.
What? Palace?
Yeah, by far. You just bang a drum,
No.
you
You
can
think
see
so?
the you bang a drum, you can see it, you stop banging the drum, and then you stop cheering. So it's just some fat wanker banging a drum. Like, bro, get out of it, man. Selhurst Park hype, bro. They only do it when they're winning, like, and they're just dress in black, go next to each other. They're all these ultras have probably got a group chat. Go to Sainsbury's, get a meal deal, and then go to the stadium to then bang a drum, concede, and then there's just one fat wanker banging the drum. I don't hear any chants after that.
Aye, listen, that's valid. Ryan says, yeah. I remember Wolves versus West Brom in the FA Cup, bro. I remember that FA Cup tie when they got into a punch up on the pitch. It was all mad. Everyone in the stadium started punching each other up. That's one of the craziest games of football I've ever watched, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's one of the best derbies, though. That's one of the best derbies.
Yeah, 100. I always loved those derbies, man. Jay, what you make of the Sava and Paul beef? I'll give my thoughts on that at the end of the stream, bro. We got like 20 minutes left. You know what I'm saying? But I'll give you my thoughts on that. But you lot know Sava's done a lot for me and this channel, innit? So I'll always be Team Sava, always, man. You know what I'm saying? Midlands, bro, that place is special. I hear it. I do hear it. Very random, but why can't it be unity instead of rivalries with your cities and neighbors? Do you know what? Because football, you have to deep it. Football's a very tribal thing. Like, I think it also has a lot to do with classism, like the classism thing in the UK. I know the teams up north can't stand teams from down south, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? Plus, it's just bragging rights. Like, in school, we had our little local rivals that we'd play in football matches. Our local rivals, I went to school in Dagenham. I went Dagenham Park. Our local rivals was Eastbrook.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? We used to, those football. That was a real battle of the bridge if I've ever seen one. Do you know what I'm saying?
Bro, I can tell a similar story. Obviously, you know I'm from a similar area, like Chadwell Heath. Like, I didn't go Chadwell Academy, but Chadwell Academy and Mayfield, they like, bro. When I was in year 7, I went to school in Gants Hill.
Oh, my cousin went Mayfield.
Bro,
I know.
Bro, when I was in year 7, it was like 2014-15. They had a fight in my local park, bro. Like, they had a fight in my local park. Like, you got to understand, yeah? Football, school, whatever it is, it's territory. You want to be the best in your area. So it's like when even in school, like districts or whatever, you're facing like the best in like best in Redbridge, best in Barking and Dagenham, best in your borough. You want to be the best in where you are. That's just how it is. That's how it's always been. Just in general, like, bro, people are punching each other up in 2014-15 from schools, bro, for over nothing.
See, you know what? Yeah, this is what I mean. School beef back in the days. Yeah, listen, we might have to run up a break room at some point this week. Stay tuned for break room minute. We're gonna talk about school. We're gonna our school life, secondary school life, innit? Because that was a time to be alive, bro. But big up Ryan. He says, I actually really like Tottenham. They're one of the clubs I always hope to do well. Do you know what? I feel like us fans have that kind of connection with a lot of fans. Like, I know the Tottenham fans and the Everton fans have got mad love for each other, bro. Like, mad love. Like, whenever Everton come to our ground and that, the fans are always mad lovely, bro. Like, they're one of the few fans that come to our ground where you don't have to actually separate them and keep an eye on them and keep them away from the Spurs fans. Because they're actually a lovely bunch, you know what I'm saying? It's the same with the Wolves fans. Plus, I feel like we relate a lot in it. We all have the same pain. We want to see our team do well, and we haven't seen it for years. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Leicester have the worst away fans in the league. Mike's, do you attest to this?
No, Joe, they don't. I'll be real, they don't. They're depressed, fam. Like, they're just depressed. Like, when they went to our stadium, they were just depressed. They were pissed off. They were just booing their team, bruv, because their team were fucking shit. And when Leicester have been good and have gone to London Stadium, they're one of the better English fans. Leicester, Leeds, and Newcastle are probably the best I've seen come to West Ham. Like Leeds and Newcastle chant from the fucking Stratford station to the stadium, bruv. They don't stop. Leeds and Newcastle are probably the two best fan bases I've seen come to the stadium. Leicester up
Oh
there.
yeah, the Leeds fans are really good, to be fair.
Leeds fans are really good. What you were saying about Tottenham and Everton, like that's like we have that with City. Like the relationship goes like way back. But yeah, West Ham and City got a good relationship. Like
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. It's even, to be fair, with the City fans, they don't like us. But it's friendly not liking us, innit? They don't like us because for some reason we just always get the better of them. Like we've beaten them more times than they've beaten us, which is insane, to be fair. I don't understand. I don't get it. But yeah. But moving away from the rivalries and whatnot, yeah. Before we wrap the show up and whatnot, I want to talk about, obviously, we've got the Arsenal-Madrid game. Arsenal are 3-0 up currently. Look, I was avoiding this, bro, but we're talking about Champions League. We got to win it. We got to bring it up. Can Arsenal win the Champions League? Is there a world where Arsenal go all the way here? And if there is a world, do I have to take myself out of that world?
You know what? I'll be honest, I was so rattled in that first leg that I was looking up when the Champions League final was because I wanted to see if it was like close to when I'm going on holiday. And it's not. It's like a month before, but it's just because I was rattled. Because I feel like if you beat Real Madrid, you got a good chance. But at the same time, I don't think they'll win the Champions League. Like just because I think PSG will have too much for them. But at the same time, Arsenal, this Arsenal team does the best when they're written off. So to be fair, if they have expectations to then do something after they beat Real Madrid, if they perform comfortably tomorrow, they're probably not going to be seen as like underdogs anymore when they come up against PSG. So they might crumble under pressure because there's no expectation for you to do something now that you beat Real Madrid. But I don't think they're going to win it because let's say they beat PSG, you get to the final, you're probably going to come up against Barca or Inter. And you ain't beaten either of them. So I don't think they're better than PSG. To be fair to Real Madrid, they are worse than usual, but at the same time, it's still Real Madrid. They have no excuse but to not beat Arsenal. You've won the Champions League
4-0 Madrid. Times, hey, if Madrid slap 4 past them, it's gonna hit like crack, bro.
You see, if Arsenal fans thought I was unbearable before, you haven't seen the worst of me. I promise you, you haven't. You have not seen the worst of me. Because I've got a whole clip of me laughing at Arsenal at the start of this year that other people have been posting on Twitter and stuff. I will do anything I can to make it worse than the way it already has been if you don't beat Real Madrid. Because now you have to. You've set yourself up to, and you will. Don't get me wrong, you will. You're 3-0 up.
They will. They're not going to go out of the Champions League yet.
They won't.
But
hey, little chance.
No, hey, little chance. Hey, you know what I'm saying? That I know you saw Ancelotti's face in that interview when he was talking about the magic of Madrid and the magic of the Bernabeu, and he made that little weird eyebrow raise, that vampire face. Yeah, I was like, yeah, these men are weird. But we got a question here. It says, Jay, who's the worst away fans you've seen at a Spurs game? And same with Mike's. Right, at a Spurs game, the worst away fans I've seen. I'm sorry, Liverpool fans aren't going to like this, but the Liverpool fans, those lot are absolute bastards. The way they treat us is like you would think we're their rivals. They're disgusting, man. The Liverpool fans, away fans, are nasty. They're a nasty bunch, man. I'm sorry. They're a nasty bunch. The home fans, Anfield, I love them. But at the Tottenham Stadium, worse in terms of behavior-wise, I have to say the Liverpool fans. In terms of atmosphere, again, hey, listen, you lot don't kill me, but Brighton. Them, man, when they score, they say, yay! They don't even celebrate, you know?
I was gonna say them. I was gonna say you made them sound like such a like.
Testy, bro.
But that makes sense, though. That makes sense because we all know what their like heritage is.
Yeah. No, the Brighton fans are awful, man. The Brighton fans are awful, man. Do you know what I'm saying? But I big up Touchline. Make sure you guys go and sub to Touchline. Say nothing. Let's do some score predictions then before we wrap the show up. About to wrap up Touchline. We're just gonna do score prediction for the Champions League. If Norwich and Watford were in the Prem, they're passive as well. Yeah, Watford. Ever since that Deeney goal, they ain't been the same football club.
Hey, you know what I will say? Worst fans in terms of atmosphere, I would say is Brighton and Brentford. But at the same, no, Brentford not that bad. But Brighton, and I'd say people are gonna like this, man. But I don't care. Like Palace, bro. Like you're not like Palace fans aren't good away. Palace fans aren't good away. Neither Fulham. Fulham fans aren't good away. Like they're not. They're just nothing. They just don't. They don't do anything. They don't say anything, bro. As soon as you take the drum away from Palace, bro, they're just there, bro. As soon as you take Sainsbury's away, they're nothing. They're nothing. They're nothing fan base. And it makes sense because you won nothing. I hear it. But you're bigger than West Ham.
The Brighton fans are awful, man. They're the worst fans I've ever come across in my life. Man said them man score and just say, yay! Yo, I know the Brighton fans are funny as fuck. Massive Touchline said they're a nothing club, but this is true though. This is true. Brighton fans coming out the woodwork every time they beat us. It's like, brother, what do you lot know? You guys only know a night out. You're just a good night out, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? You're not a football club. You need to liquidate your football club. Do you get
all their fans just get pegged and that's it, bruv. Like that's all they're known for, bruv. That's like legit. That's all you're known for, bruv. That's all you're known for, just getting pegged. And you got pegged by Roma in the Europa League after giving all that chat. Bro, that's all you're known for. That's all you're known for, bro. They were talking about West Ham, yeah, about we're gonna do this and like beat their Europa League record or whatever, or beat like their thing of being the Europa League. Bro, we made it to fucking semis, bro. like we made it to semi-final, fam. And you lot are talking about Europa League, bro. You brought De Zerbi ball to Roma, and you saw what fucking them man did to you. Lewis Dunk was out of his depth, bro. Lewis Dunk, bro. Too much Pride Festival, fam. Like
you know what I'm saying, bro. All them flashing lights and them colourful lights in your eyeballs. It's not good for the retinas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. All you know about is getting pegged, and you got pegged at Roma, fam. So take care, man.
Facts. I said all the Brighton fans know is getting pegged. That's dark.
It's true,
bro. I swear Fulham fans are NPC. Yeah, they are, bro.
How astonishing that we scored
in the flesh.
How astonishing that we scored. How astonishing that we scored there. What's a finish?
Oh, the whoopee.
Whoopee. Bro, did you see that ball? Did you see that cross? Did you see the shot on him?
Raul, oh, what a strike, Raul. Raul, what a strike, my friend.
I'm going to call him Ryan. He deserves an English name.
Sophie. Come here, madam. Come here, darling. Sophie, look at that. Oh, what a strike, Sophie.
Mary,
Sophie,
did you see Ryan
we must leave the cottage early to avoid the traffic.
Mary, did you see Ryan Sessegnon? Did you see Ryan Sessegnon's goal? I would love to invite him back on a boat on the Thames.
Marco, I tell you what, Marco Silva's doing a bloody fine job. He's doing a fine job.
You know what? He's so good that I'm going to call him Marcus from now on. Instead of Marco.
Yes, Marcus.
Marcus Silva.
Yo, imagine Palace being your derby. Facts. Yeah, man. They beefed the Croydon, man. You know what I'm saying? That man got beef in Croydon.
Croydon, man, versus Pride Festival, man. I don't know, man.
Shit talking the pigeons, I hear it. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we've fallen. Shout out Richie, man. Prue and all of that. Come on. You know what I'm saying? Norwich fans are proper inbred. Yeah, I've never understood this narrative that Norwich fans are inbred. Is this a real thing?
It's a stereotype. I don't know where it came from, but I don't know where half stereotypes came from. Honestly, I don't know. I've been to Norwich. You know, I had to endure going to Norwich, not to their stadium, but on a school trip because we went. Was
3
it
cheers for
2018?
Fulham. Hip hip hooray.
Hip hip hooray! Did you
3
hear that
cheers
London
for the
calling?
Fulham. Hip hip hooray.
Did you hear that London calling at the start? I think that is rock and roll. Rock and roll. I'd love to see some
What's
rock and roll.
that hip hop music they're playing at the start? Is that Stormzy?
What is it? This dark person music that they're playing? Utter nonsense. This is work. If I see a rapper that says my skin color, they are not my skin color.
Yo, bro, Brighton fans get a bunch of wet toes.
Wet toes is hilarious. Wet toes, you know. Oh my
Yo. Hey, listen, any Fulham fans or Brighton fans in the chat, I'm sorry in it, but
I'm not. Who cares, man?
Millwall have a stereotype. Yeah, we know what Millwall stereotype is, though, don't we? We all know what the Millwall stereotype is. You know what I'm saying?
Not even just that, bruv. Like we wouldn't like we get abused there. We get abused. Here you go in Canada Water. Bloody hell, Mary! Just see on these suits. Oh, great heavens!
Yo, I went Morley's Surrey Keys. Morley's in Surrey Keys, bro. You should have seen the way the Millwall fans were looking at us, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? They look like they want their country back, bro. Do you know?
They're about to stick the England flag right in the middle of their pitch, fam. Like it's nuts.
They look like they're trying to make Britain great again. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, bro. I went there and I didn't see one coloured person. I was the darkest person there, bro. And that's saying a lot, bro. I've never been the darkest person in the room ever. I'm not even the darkest person in my house. I've never been the darkest person in the room. I went Millwall, I was the darkest person there. Bro, that's fucking crazy. I'm not even the darkest person in my house. Like that's mad.
Yo, hey, this stream is hilarious, man. Who would you like to get promoted from the championship?
You ain't got a choice, fam. You ain't got a choice. Because it's between Leeds, Burnley, and Sheffield United. So that's your choice. Make do with that what you will.
Ideally, I want to see Stoke get promoted. I want to see Sunderland back in the Premier League as well.
You want Barclays back, fam. That's what you want.
I want Barclays back.
You want Stoke, Sunderland, West Brom. That's what you want.
Yeah. Get West Brom back in. Get West Brom back up in here as well, man. Do you know what I'm saying?
Sunderland got a chance though. They're in the playoffs. They'll have a chance to win the playoffs. But other than that, like you ain't seeing Stoke anytime soon. Like since Pulis left, bro, they've lost their own hairline.
Yeah. Stoke aren't. They need to liquidate their club as well. Same with Reading. Reading are liquidating their club too, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag pray for Reading is trending on Twitter. Like, whoa, was trending on Twitter the other
So like Jonathan Ross, fam.
Coventry playoffs, but Frank will be holding 150 conceded in the Prem, unfortunately. Yeah,
hold that fat fuck. Hold that, you fat fuck.
Millwall versus Chelsea. Oh, the Tory. That would be the battle of the Tories, man.
Battle of the racists.
Millwall West Ham is a derby we need. We need that derby back.
I swear, every stream I'm on, someone says this, yeah? And here's what I'm going to say to all the people in the chat. Millwall have nothing outside of their club but facing West Ham. All they're known for is the fact that we're their rivals. That is legit all they're known for.
Which doesn't even make sense because why are they? They're from South London.
They used to be from East.
Really?
Back in the day, they used to be from East.
Blackburn's a shout, to be fair.
Bro, all they live for is to face West Ham. That's all they want. When they talk about, I want to get promoted so I can face West Ham. I want to get promoted.
They want to get promoted for 2 games.
So I can face Crystal Palace. So I can face Chelsea. Who cares? Who cares? You see what's so funny as well? They'll get like 8 points. They'll battle the EDO, exactly. If they get promoted though, they'll more than break Derby County's record. They'll get 8 points maximum. I mean, they are just known for being that as well, touchline. But that's kind of my point. They're just all they live for is us. That's all.
I don't think this derby is as big as everyone makes it. You know.
No, it is. It is.
I don't know. Me personally, yeah, I just think this is just for them, innit? For them, bro. Like,
well, no, but Joe, it is. It in terms of that, you're right. But in terms of like the reason why I like it is because it's like, for example, in London, there's bare teams.
Oi, we need to do a tier list for derbies, you know, for English derbies.
Like, do you know what it is with Newcastle Sunderland? It's just that there's one place. It's just that one place in North East, like 2 places in North East, whatever. In London, there's bare places. London's too big. So it's like the London derbies hit, don't get me wrong, the proper ones. But at the same time, that's why I like Wolves and West Brom, because in that part of in that part of the Midlands, it's mad because it's for that part of the Midlands. It's a bit different. In London, there's too many teams. There's too
many teams. Yeah, no, I agree, man. I think, yeah, we definitely. People smash a like on the video and sub if you want to see us make a tier list ranking derbies in it, because we'll actually sit down, go through all of the English derbies, yeah. And we'll put them from elite English derby to just needs to be erased. Just get rid of the derby, irrelevant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One derby we can all agree has no weight no more is the Manchester derby. We can all agree that derby. I don't even think the United fans really care that much about the Manchester derby. Touchline, you're a United fan.
The worst one's Palace Brighton.
Why is that even a derby?
No, it's not. So basically, Terry Venables and I forgot the other guy. Used to be managers of either club, like back in the day. And you know when FA Cup used to, like, instead of FA Cup replay, used to be like 3 replays if you kept you kept drawing and stuff. If you kept drawing, it used to be, what's it called? Like you kept drawing until someone won. Like it used to be like 3, and they kept facing one of the managers. One of the managers threw like coins at one of the other someone threw a coin at one of the other manager. Someone poured coffee on the other manager. It got a bit mad in one of the games, so they kind of grew hatred for each other. One of them games where it went mad, and then there you go. It became a rivalry.
What is Mike? Is my
connections mash up? We could both say exterminate. It might be a YouTube thing. I can hear you.
You could both say exterminate. Hold on. Let's refresh.
Alright, come. Can you man hear me? Or is it both of us? Is it both of us or is it just Jay? Let me know in the chat. Let us know as soon as possible. Make sure you're smashing the likes as well if you can hear me. If you can't hear me, make sure you're smashing the likes.
I'll put the screen playing in the background, yeah, just to see, yeah. It sounds fine on the stream from here, innit? It might just be a YouTube thing, but it don't matter.
Right, well,
because we are literally...
So people are... Yeah, just to quickly what I was saying, the Palace Brighton thing, they kept facing each other. One of the managers got abused. So I forgot who the manager of Brighton was at the time. I think it's Mullery, something Mullery. Alan Mullery or some shit. Him and Venables didn't like each other anyway. They both used to play at Tottenham, but they didn't like each other when they were teammates.
One sec. Hey, Touchline, put the link to your stream in the chat, innit? Because I'll send everyone over to Touchline to go over there. But go on, continue.
Yeah, Alan Mullery and Venables were teammates at Tottenham back in the day. They didn't like each other then. So when they became managers, like one of the managers got like threw coins and coffee at. They kept facing each other. Then Palace and Brighton became rivalries ever since. It's not a derby. It's not like there's a difference between derby and rivalries. We can't do A23 derby and all that nonsense. Like, derby is a derby. Like your local, like your local is derby. Rivalry is anyone. Rivalry like Chelsea Liverpool's not a derby. It's a rivalry. Palace Brighton aren't actually anywhere near each other. South London, South Coast. It's not that. It's not near each other.
Yeah, we got beef with Stoke. So, yeah. We got beef with Stoke. If you know about the Stoke Tottenham beef, you will know, bro. That runs deep. But listen, people, we're gonna wrap the show up here. It's been a great show, and that your boy Jay has to go out again, which is very long. I got a jet. The link for Touchline stream is here, people. So do me a favor. There's 20 of you lot in here. Please, please, please head over. Just click this link. Go over there. Go drop something nice in the chat. Put a flipping like on the stream as well. Go sub to Touchline. Like I said, bro, in the cave, we help everyone grow. We're all trying to grow together. We've all got one goal, and that is to take over the YouTube space, bro. And in order to do that, we need you lot to help us out. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Big up. Make sure you guys go and sub to Mike's as well. Go sub to Mike's channel. His link is in the title of the stream. So, you get me? Yeah. Yeah. We'll bring back Chelsea QPR. Hey, listen. I might go live after all the Champions League games. I might do a chill stream. It depends. I don't know. Fuck it. We'll see in it. We'll see. But people, that's going to do it for this one. Thank you lot for watching. Goodbye. God bless. And I'm out.